Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your energy update. Let's have a look and see what's coming in here. I did one earlier, it looked pretty promising. What do the viewers need to know? We got someone, a little crush and longing for love. Ooh, we have an Emperor here. The Emperor's longing for love. This is someone who's kind of reminiscing here too, a little romanticizing. Ooh, this is someone who's been a little careful what they wish for, but this is someone who's open. Open to receive. Oh my goodness. Someone's ready to open up emotionally here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got an Emperor who's ready to open up emotionally here. Look at that little tower. This is going to be a bit of a shock and surprise here. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is someone who's leaving the past behind. One last look over the shoulder. Someone's going for it. You're going to be a little shocked and surprised. Look at that. I do see getting together, some kind of get-together gathering, or it's just some sort of good news. Someone's a little shocked here. Wow. I think you're going to be shocked and surprised. If you are a feminine energy, this person is definitely open. They're going to let yourself know. It's a crush. Yeah, they want to spend time together, get together. Yeah, I find it shocked and surprised maybe at the things you have in common. Some friends, family, some people here. Yeah, this is someone moving past an energy, but this is someone who prepares, they hope for the best. This is someone I feel who's played the field, dated a lot of people here. But it has to do with, this is someone who definitely looks before they leap, but you can see they're going for it here. Yeah, we have an Empress. Yeah, this person's definitely... It has to do with a shock surprise. This is someone, it's an energy of success here, but this is someone who's not chasing. So this is somebody coming after you here. Yeah, I think this is someone finding out the things you have in common here. Who is this Emperor? Yeah, someone who's moved on from a situation. It's a whole new chapter here. This person's ready for love. Yep, they're manifesting. They have everything they need to manifest what they want, they desire. Some of you may have been waiting too. See, somebody here waiting, feeling the ship has sailed. Yeah, well, it hasn't sailed because I see somebody coming in. Someone here's moved on from another situation. This is someone who's ready for change. They're manifesting new. Yeah, they feel bold. They feel confident. They know what they want. Ooh, this is beautiful. There's a strong connection here too. This is what this person wants. Like this is a... There's something here that they're finding out. See, some kind of good news. Maybe this person's finding out that you're waiting. If you were waiting for someone else, it's generally this is where the ship has sailed for someone, but I feel like this Emperor is the person who's creating this change. See, they're creating change. They're going to make this happen. Some of you waited for someone who haven't followed through, possibly. Or it's this person, yeah, well, they're about to follow through. Yeah, there's a lot of interest here. But I wouldn't be surprised some of you have actually lost interest in someone, or it's this person. But that's what it kind of looks like. See, being open to something new, getting out, socializing. Someone in your social circle here. This is someone shocked or surprised to see that you're single too. Yeah, and this person could be someone making themselves single. Yeah, look at that mutual energy. There could be some mutual friends. Things like this, but this has to do with the feelings being mutual. This is someone here definitely, oh, there's so much hope. This person feels so hopeful. Wow. I mean, the star is someone's worth and value, but this is somebody really going for it. They're just taking that leap of faith. They want this. Yeah, you're about to receive a cup. Some of you are going to receive a cup. It could be an invitation to some sort of get together. Do you want to go out? Do you want to do something? It could be someone talking to people, and it could be someone creating the opportunity. Emperors are creative. This is someone looks like they're going to create an opportunity. So if you are the feminine energy, you're about to receive this cup. This is a resurgence in love. It's a new opportunity. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of curiosity. Someone here is very curious, but I feel like some of you have lost interest in someone, or this person has, but this person's emotionally available. They're putting themselves out there. So someone who's probably, they could be newly single, but there's a lot of curiosity. This is someone who wants to know everything about you, what you're up to. They're probably talking to people. Yeah. Look at that. Someone who knows their worth, but they see this is something that could go somewhere. It's about success. They feel impressed. There's this shock, but this is about truth and victory. Win or lose, this person's going for it. Yeah, some of you won't see this coming. You will not see it coming, or you have some sort of choice here. But I don't think you're going to see it coming. It's going to be sudden. It's just going to come out of the blue. But it's a victory. It's truth. Someone's coming up with ideas too. See, ideas, things to do, what to do together. Yeah, so it's about being on the same page. So some of you could have a situation. I wouldn't be surprised you've lost interest in someone because you may be not on the same page. But this is about friends who are like family. It's about loyalty. It's about two people who get each other. So this person's creating the opportunity. They have faith in themselves here. Yeah, it's the Emperor and the Empress. Someone else is likely being left behind. Yeah, some sort of victory. Yeah, so I do see an ending. Someone's ending a situation here. It's a situation. It could be something that's not going anywhere, but it feels to me as though somebody's ending a situation. Yeah. You're not going to see this coming. It's going to be a bit of a shock surprise here. Every ending leads to a new beginning, and it could be some of you ending a situation because it's about moving on and choices. But this Emperor is the one creating opportunity. They're closing a book on the past. This is someone ending a situation. I feel they're excited here. They're finding something out that shocks them. Something surprising. But I do feel this person's going to be offering you the cup, and I don't think you're going to see it coming. Look at that. Every ending leads to a beginning. There's a reason to celebrate. Someone's feeling very happy. Yeah, see a house, a home, a foundation, but there's some sort of reason to celebrate. Some kind of invitation to someone's home, a get together. Wow. Yeah, this is very interesting. This is different than the reading I did earlier, that's for sure. So, wow. I mean, this person's manifesting. They have everything they need. Now it's about communicating. Yeah, it's two people coming together. Look at that. So it's about forming a bond. Well, this person kind of fantasizes and romanticizes about the physical connection, but it's about the two of you getting together here. Yeah, forming a bond. See, two people who work together, they build each other up, but it's all about getting to know you on a whole other level here. Yeah, look at long-term stability. There's possibilities here, big time here. Yeah, this person's swooping in. They come in to take control. See, and I feel the Empress has taken back their power from someone. You've likely put on the brakes, lost interest in someone. But this other person is an Emperor. They come in to take the lead. This is someone who's that leader. They're in control of their emotions. They're confident. They know what they want. They feel like you're on the same page. Or it's something to do with your lifestyle, the way you conduct yourself. See somebody who has self-respect. Yeah, a lot of self-respect here. Wow. Yeah, this is somebody who, this person, I feel there's someone admiring someone here. But it could be someone's impressions too. Often that's the energy. Someone who's confident. See, first impression, a lot of excitement. But this person's kind of hoping for the best. They kind of have that win or lose. But I think it's someone who's newly single. I wouldn't be surprised someone's making themselves single. Yeah, or it's someone finding out that you are, and there's a lot of excitement. But this person's definitely coming in to take control. Yeah, they're definitely swooping in here. I love this. It's an energy, an offer, an invitation. See, dating kind of energy. See, being on the same page, some sort of tradition. There's something traditional, something about your lifestyle, the way you conduct yourself, or it has to do with this gathering. Yeah. Could be just friends who are family. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who's independent. So this is an energy of someone who's single and independent, but it's a person who's confident, strong, very capable. Someone who has a lot of skills. Yeah, this person knows. Look at that. Someone who's independent. So some of you are in that independent, but you know your worth and value. You're not settling. And I do think you got someone who was curious, or you were curious about them. Maybe you took the lead and now you're not doing anything, just being still. letting this person see. This is often someone who's like, hey, I took the lead. I let you know that I'm open and available. Now it's your turn. Yeah, over to you. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you're definitely not, there's no chasing here, but it has to do with this person. I feel they're impressed with something here. Very much. And it could be someone's first impression, see, being very, very curious. Yeah. Yeah, some of you aren't settling for breadcrumbs, though. I can see it. But it's somebody here reaching out to you. You're going to have communication coming in. It has to do with someone being very generous. Yeah, it's about giving and receiving. Some of you maybe waited for someone and they haven't reciprocated, or they were breadcrumbing. So this could be where you took your power back. Yeah, someone hasn't reciprocated possibly. That's what I feel. There's interest, but they haven't reciprocated. You may have taken the lead, but it's like the Queen of Wands, you know. So you could be just like, hey, talk to the hand here. You didn't reciprocate, but I really feel it's just somebody here kind of breadcrumbing, and you're not settling here. Yeah. And it's about the other person taking the lead. Somebody made a move here. So this is crush, this longing, this romanticizing and fantasizing. Yeah, this is someone who sees opportunity. They know a good thing when they see it, but there's, the spark, the attraction, the desire. Yeah, there's definitely a physical attraction. I feel some of you are attracted to someone too here, but I feel like it's over to you. They have to take the lead. You're just going to be still. Yeah. Beautiful. This is like there's power here. There's a lot of power. And I do think there's going to be a very powerful connection coming out of this. Ooh, tell me about the Chariot. Oh, the Emperor. Yeah. See, the Emperor takes the lead. Confirmation. Yeah. See, there's a spark desire. They're so attracted. Nothing's going to stop this person. They're going to create opportunity. This is someone who I feel is going to create the opportunity. They're very capable. They have a lot of skills, but they're manifesting what they want. Someone who's mastered all the energies of the kings. But some of you definitely, I do have the sense that someone here, there was a lot of curiosity. Someone's interested, but someone here hasn't followed through, or you were interested in someone. Yeah, but you can see the energy of 3. Somebody who's emotionally available. Yeah, going down this path, spending time together. They're fantasizing about the physical connection big time. They're very attracted. Wow. And I feel like it's mutual here. See, the attraction is mutual. Yeah, you can both see opportunity. Wow. But it is someone who has a lot of confidence, self-control. You know, tempering their passions. Yeah, but you can see this is someone who's different than your usual type, or you're different, but it's doing things differently. Some of you got a choice here too. I wouldn't be surprised. Someone who's just not your type. They don't really follow through. And this person may be more your type. Well, Emperor and Empress energies generally connect. But it doesn't always mean it's going to go somewhere either. It's just people. People, you know, people who are kind of powerful. They've manifested life. It's 2 people who generally know what they want. And I see both of you feeling mutual. You're both going to just go for this. I like this. It doesn't matter who really takes the lead here either. But I do think the feminine has already possibly taken the lead. And someone didn't follow through. So this is a person who often, once they do it once, they don't do it again. So it's over to this person. And yeah, they're going to come in. They're going to swoop right in here. Oh my gosh, the Emperor. Let's have a look at this person. See what comes up for their personality here. Where is that deck? We'll use this one here. Tell me about the Emperor. What do you need to know about the Emperor? And then I'll look at the Empress. Actually, I'll do the Empress first because it's underneath. I have to have the visual. I need to feel the vibe. What is this Empress's personality? What is their personality? Yeah, ooh, somebody who, friends first, somebody who's, as far as a personality, someone who wants to connect. Soulmate connection, someone who's a good friend. And with the Empress energy, all the queens are here, so company, companionship, spending time together. Both people are fantasizing here about making this connection. Tell me more about the Empress. The Empress. Yeah, so the Empress took the lead here, you see. This is someone who took the lead. Now they're not doing anything. This is someone putting on the brakes. And I think it's someone who's taken their power back from someone here who didn't follow through. Yeah, because it's all about being on the same page. You may have had an agreement with someone and they didn't follow through. So the Empress is generally out of here when that happens, because it's someone who's showing who they are. Someone showing someone who they are. See, looking at the reality of the situation. So some of you were expecting this person to follow through and they didn't. But the person who's coming in is definitely an emperor. I wouldn't be surprised these are both emperors, but emperors generally, I mean, emperors, sure, they can be curious and they can talk to people because they're interested. Someone who wants to know more about someone. But this is someone who kind of made, so, you know, it's about making some sort of commitment, laying the foundation, but it's someone who kept you waiting too long. And that's why I feel you're out of here. Yeah, so I do see the energy of loyalty. Someone who has learned a lot, learning the mistakes of their past. But I do see this energy of someone who's very traditional. Yeah. But the Temperance is telling me, tempering the passions, the emotions, finding balance. See, this is someone, I feel, seeing that someone here just isn't their type. Why? Because they're not confident. Yeah, this is someone who's confident. Let's have a look at the Emperor. It's not showing a lot. So the Empress can really be anybody. Anybody who's been through this energy, who is in the Empress energy. Yeah, this is definitely somebody high vibrational, very positive. Yep, they come in right too. Yeah, see, a lot of harmony between two people. Someone who comes in right. Beautiful. This is someone who's fair. They're logical. Yeah, very, very nice energy. Yeah, this is someone who comes in right. See, they make a commitment. Someone here didn't follow through. They didn't make any kind of commitment. Or someone who doesn't want to. But this is someone going to ask you out. There's the Cup. Yeah. So you both I think you've manifested this. Ooh, this person is emotionally available big time. See, this is mastering their heart. There's a lot of desire. You master. I wouldn't even be surprised you mirror each other in some way. But it's about being emotionally available. Some of you are just going to be still here. You're not chasing. I do think you've taken the lead and you're not really chasing after someone. But this person also is someone who has self-worth and self-respect. They're manifesting what they desire. They're a very capable person. They have a lot of skills. Yeah, this person's definitely emotionally available, but it has to do with, I don't think this is, I mean, this is nope, they got the same energy. You're very much the same. See, being on the same page makes some kind of commitment. So this is someone who's going to reach out. This is someone who follows through. If they make a commitment, they stick to it, because there's the energy of loyalty. But I do see someone who could be a little old school or traditional in some way. Yeah, where they like to take the lead. So this is why I feel the feminine isn't chasing after this person. Yeah. Who is the Page of Swords? I'm wondering who this person is, because I feel like this other person is someone who could be a little more progressive in some way. See, one isn't like the other here. But it's the masculine seeing that too. One of these isn't like the other. It's like both of you. It's like there's this little mirroring energy that you have. But you're both mastering what you desire. I feel like you're very aware of something here. Aware that there's other people, opportunity. But who is the Page of Swords? Who is the Page of Swords? The Page of Swords is another emperor. They are another emperor. But it could be this person, like I say, curious, wanting to learn, wanting to know everything. But if by chance you have two emperors, one of these, I feel you're going to take your power back. And I mean, there could be, Emperor and Empress, there could be a power struggle between two emperors here. I wouldn't be surprised, but one of these isn't quite like the other. One of them is more patient. They have self-control and confidence, or maybe more emotionally available. Sometimes emperors aren't. This one is. Ooh, that's what it is. Yeah, so it is another person, someone who didn't follow through. They procrastinated, kept somebody waiting too long, and now we have this emperor who's emotionally available swooping in here to take control of the situation. They're going to create opportunity. Yeah, look at that. See, I see a house and a home. Interesting energy here. You both have similar energy, so there could be a little power struggle, but I don't know, it could be a power struggle between two emperors. I wouldn't be surprised. But it has to do with faith and loyalty, two people on the same page. I feel like you're just not on the same page as someone. One of them I feel is a little more progressive. They're okay with the feminine taking the lead. This other person's very, very masculine. Yeah. You know, there are different kinds of emperors. This one's definitely more emotionally mature. They're definitely someone who has faith in themselves. If they make an agreement, they stick to it. They're loyal. And I do see loyal friends and family too. People talking, collaborating, see, creating the opportunity. This is someone going to take the lead though. I think that you have an emperor here who let the feminine take the lead. And I think the feminine, this person didn't follow through, or they're procrastinating, taking too long. And the Empress takes back their power, just out of here. Yeah, see, it's a person being emotionally open and available. See, you're not doing anything until this, I feel, is a message. Here's the message. It's about not sharing your feelings, emotion with someone until this other person does first, to make sure they're emotionally available, because one of these isn't. This other emperor is not emotionally available. Yeah, they're single. They just want to be single. Yeah, so that's, to me, I'm seeing friends. Somebody here wants friends with benefits. That's what it is. See, they're a little more progressive, or the other person likes committed relationship. They like commitment. Yeah, see, there's that aha. You're going to have an aha moment here. And this is why I feel this other person just wants to be single. They're enjoying the fruits of the labor. They're probably still playing the field. They like the chase. They like to be chased, where the emperor, this emperor here, likes to do the chasing. Yeah, but it's all about first impressions too. But this person is very impressed. And I think you're both impressed with each other, but it is going to be first impressions. Yeah, and I do feel they're creating opportunity to come together here. They have the tools, the skills, the knowledge, the wisdom. I mean, it's an emperor, right? Someone who's mastered life. These two people are the ones coming together. Yeah, and it has to do with people in the same social circle. So I wonder if this is someone aware there's another person. This is why they're swooping in so quickly to take control of the situation. I wouldn't be surprised. I see a lot of that. I've been seeing a lot of that. And sometimes people aren't aware that people know people, you know, acquaintances, friends, family, things like this. So there's going to be a few aha moments, but I'm seeing a victory and some clarity. So someone coming up with ideas too. See, they see opportunity. They're coming up with ideas, things to do, what to do together, where the other person, I feel, wants the other person to figure all that out. And the Emperor's like, no, because you can see the Queen of Cups come out after the King of Cups. And it's telling you to look to see if someone's emotionally available, making sure you're on the same page. This person will make a commitment. They'll come in ahead, make a commitment, and follow through. This is someone who just wants to be single. Yeah. I feel it's just someone who's just not done playing the field. You know, they're uncertain. They don't really know what they want. There's apprehension about whether it'll go anywhere. It'll go the distance. But they don't know everything this person knows, because I wouldn't be surprised both of them have been talking to people, or they've been talking to each other, or people sharing information back and forth here. So there's something being learned. That Emperor is like, I see. Yeah, this is someone who's not going to let you get away. Yeah, this is someone who's not going to let you get away. They're coming in. They're just swooping in. They're taking decisive action. They're seizing the day, and they're taking this opportunity. It's telling you to take this opportunity as well if you're the feminine. Don't let this one get away. This one, yeah, snooze, you lose. Yeah, end of a cycle. See, it's something that, this is someone here who maybe they don't see you in a favorable light, but it doesn't matter. Just let it go. But this is a whole new cycle, a resurgence of love. So tell me about this. Yeah, I definitely feel some of you. And it could be just someone from the past too, where you've taken back your power. But it is someone who's curious. Like they see you're single, but yet they don't do anything. I feel this is someone who's more progressive. They want the feminine to be the leader. They want you to come up with the ideas, things to do. Wow. It's just someone who wants to be single. Yeah. Wow. So there you go. This Emperor is literally taking decisive action, seizing the day. They're taking this opportunity. So there's some sort of opportunity that's coming up. Could be just some people getting together, but could, like I say, it's often just somebody who's learning something. See, someone's learning. See, you're the one that got away. Some of you are getting away from someone because they just want to be single. See, they were apprehensive. They waited. They kept you waiting too long, and that's when the other person comes in. I'm not so sure you see that person in a favorable light. Yeah. Or if they see you that way. But like I say, it's just, it is often the one that got away. Yeah. But these two people are different. They're very much the same, but yet they're different. One of them isn't like the other. And I do think this other person sees you as you're different than other people they dated. See, it's someone who's unique, someone who's themselves. Oh, I love this energy. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, this person's also very curious. They want to know everything. But this other person puts on the brakes. Yeah, I mean, it could be where they just don't see you the same as the other person. But it's often with the feminine, that coming up. See, it's two people very much the same. One is different. But the thing is the two of you coming together, you're very much the same. But yet you're different. You create harmony and balance. One of these people doesn't come in right. They're just not right. And that's the situation, whether it's a masculine doing this or the feminine. Yeah. You'll know yourself if you've got two. Yeah. See, forming a bond, a connection. See, it's about love. Somebody who actually wants love. The other person wants to be single. I feel one of these people wants friends with benefits. So it's not going to go in their favor. This is likely why the feminine has put on the brakes and taken back their power. Yeah, but it's about love, a bond, a connection. See, somebody who's happy to be friends first, they have confidence, where the other person, they're not as confident. And it's not that they're not a confident person in general, because they are an emperor, but they're not confident this will go somewhere, if it'll go the distance. It's likely because of themselves. And I do see the friends with benefits just wanting to be single. But the other person here is, I feel, talking to people. See, there's talking to people. And it could be this person excited to see that you are single, for that matter. Interesting. But look at that energy, the lovers, the bond, the connection between two. Yeah, so someone happy to be friends first. Definitely, they don't want you to get away, but they are seizing the day. They're taking the opportunity. Someone here wants to plan and prepare, make some kind of commitment. They want to spend some time with you, maybe a whole day. Yeah, because it's curiosity, wanting to know more. Wow. Anyone who keeps the Empress waiting away. Empress will be patient for a while, but not forever. Anyone who knows their worth and value doesn't sit around and wait for somebody. Yeah, look at that. Sometimes waiting can pay off, but it depends on the situation. I mean, if it's someone long distance or someone who's not talking or communicating at all, or they're not communicating clearly and they don't take any kind of action, then it's somebody who just wants to be single. Yeah, they just want to be single. Yeah, it's like things just aren't going to go in their favor. I feel like you do not see this person in as favorable light. And it's likely maybe there's something about them. I mean, I feel they're both your type, but one of them's different than the other. One of them is more progressive, where the other person is more traditional, and that's what I feel. Yeah, one of them lacks confidence. The other one's more confident. They have a lot more confident self-control. They're not insecure or anything like that. They have a kindness and a compassion. Someone who shows that they care. See, they show interest. They show that they care. Yeah, nice. Beautiful energy. Take care. We'll see you soon.